The price of onions was 70 cents per kilogram just a few days back. Now shopkeepers are charging up to $1.40.
I used to buy 4 or 5 kilograms of onions every week. Now I'm trying to make do with just 1 or 2 kilograms.
We're cracking down on hoarders and have implemented a complete ban on the export of onions.
If the export ban stays, supply should improve.
Well, for more on this story, let's bring in Sunil Poshakwale in Birmingham. He's a Professor of International Finance at Cranfield University's School of Management. Welcome back to the program, Sunil. It's really hard to fathom, isn't it, how a simple vegetable could have the power to bring down an entire government. But explain to us just how crucial onions are and their supplies to India.
Well, good evening, Oscar. Nice to speak to you again. As your report says, onions are pretty important ingredient in the everyday Indian food. But apart from that, they are particularly heavily used by people from across all the spectrum of the society. And it's a very, it's considered as a very staple food particularly for blue-collar working class. And therefore, the pricing of onion is a very important and a very sensitive issue in India.
Now, as we've heard, prices of onions have surged more than 200% in the course of a month. Now, the Modi government's solution to this is to ban exports of onions to neighbouring countries. Will that fix the problem?
Well, partly. I think India needs to also improve its storage and processing facilities. This has been an area where I think government has been working, and there is some work in progress on that direction. But they have also tried to, fix the minimum, impose some price restriction on the on exports, and also they are trying to import onions from other parts of the world to actually ease supply. But onions are a sensitive vegetables. As you know, when you cut onions, you begin to cry. So it is both economically and politically a sensitive issue.
Now, as we know, the flip side to an export ban is that onion farmers will inevitably be hurt by such a measure. Now, during the election campaign, Narendra Modi had pledged to help to increase farmers' income. Do you think this move will hurt him in the long run?
Not so much. I don't think so. I mean, the government, to be honest, has done a lot in terms of trying to help the farming community, particularly. The emphasis has been to try and look after the welfare of the farmers, right from the steps of helping farmers with soil testing as to which crop they can grow, to trying to provide all sorts of other logistical and infrastructural support that the government has been trying to do. So this government has been quite proactive on trying to help the farming community in particular. Agriculture is a very important part of Indian economy. But having said that, I mean, the onions and vegetables, in particularly, as I said, being a very important part of the cuisine, it is it's a sensitive issue for the public there. I mean, people try to make a little bit of political mileage out of it by saying, oh, the elections in Karnataka and Maharashtra are around the corner. But one should not forget that a big problem that has contributed to the rise in price of onions in India has been the devastating monsoon, as your report has shown. And that has really caused a problem. Plus, there is, of course, a tendency historically that the people who are the brokers basically try to hoard commodities, and the government has been trying to crack down on these practices in India.
Okay, let's see how that situation unfolds. Sunil Poshakwale in Birmingham, thanks again for your time.